Right? Shalom. I'm a Hebrew Israelite here to bring the prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom, to speak about the upliftment of God's chosen people, man. All right, which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You are the true people of God, according to the Bible, according to the prophecies, and according to secular history, man, when you really do the research. Now, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders that rule well. Salutation and much respect and love to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out with truth and sincerity. All right? And the first thing I want to get into is Jacob and Esau, man. Because these are the main characters in the Bible. All right? Jacob and Esau, that's the main characters in the Bible. All right? Even going back to Cain and Abel, they came back reincarnated as Jacob and Esau, which is the wicked, which is Esau, and the righteous, which is Jacob. Okay? And we descend from the righteous, man. While the so-called white man, he descends from the wicked. All right? Let's get Genesis 25 and 25. This is Genesis 25, verse 25. No, Salaki, I'll start up. I'll start at verse 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. And his children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. So they were struggling, which means they were fighting together, man, from the womb. All right? So this beef of Jacob and Esau goes way past just now, man, or just slavery. All right, this goes back to the womb in Genesis, man. All right, because the Mosai said what? He said that there's two nations in thy womb. All right, let's continue. It says, jumping ahead of the scriptures. It says, and the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. All right, so they were going to be separated from birth because they were two manner of people. All right, there were two manner of people, two different types of people. All right, Jacob likes his, which we're Jacob. All right, we like our meat well done. Esau likes his meat rare. All right, he likes steak tartare and things like this, man. Okay? Jake likes women with hips and things like that. Esau likes his women skinny. Alright? With no ass. Alright? So there's a difference, man. There's two different manner of people, man. Two kinds of people. Alright? And it says, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elders shall serve the younger, man. And that stronger people is clearly us, man. The Israelites, man. We're stronger than the Edomites. All right? That's why when you see an Edomite that can actually compete with us, with Israel, his line through his father's side has to go back to Israel, man. Okay? Because it said two manner of people shall be separated, and one shall be stronger than the other, man. All right? And we're stronger than you Edomites in every way, man. We're stronger spiritually, all right, physically, okay, mentally. Israel's stronger in every way. That's why Esau has to constantly pump poisons into our neighborhoods and, you know, constantly keep us in a cycle of being oppressed and downtrodden, man. All right. That's why he has the music set up the way he had it set up. That was a big meeting they had, man. Okay, because Esau knows that if we get on a level, right? If Jake, like for example, if Jake was on a good vibration, or time he was a young child to the time he grew up, we would be dominating in every aspect of life, man. Okay? Like if Jake, instead of listening to gangster rap, they're listening to Mozart, Beethoven, things like this. All right, from a youth up, they'd be on a better vibration. Okay? If their school system wasn't teaching them garbage, they'd be on a better vibration. Okay? Like those so-called Nigerians, man. Those so-called Nigerians, when they come to the other side of the world, man, or they come to these so-called Edomite countries, all right, they dominate in education, man. Okay, because they don't think like how you average Israelites think. All right? They weren't brought up like you Jakes in America, man, or you Jakes in the Caribbean. All right? Those Nigerians, they dominate in those things because they're taught differently, man. All right? They're taught self-confidence from a young age, man. You Jakes in this society, man, you're through, man. Okay? In a Jake's mind in this society, the only thing he could be is a rapper or a basketball player, man. Okay? Or some type of sports or entertainment. And it says, and after that came his Salaki, and it said, and the elder shall serve the younger. All right, so the elder was who? The elder was Esau. It's going to tell you now who the elder was. It says, and the first came out red all over like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. So Esau came out red, right? And he was the older. So that's what basically separates you from the average person, man. Going back to Genesis, was the color of your skin, man. All right, was the way you looked, because every other nation on the planet at that time had pigmentation. All right, every other nation. You go to Elam, Ishmael, the Israelites, Jacob, they all had pigmentation. Esau, Edom, which is the so-called white man today, he was the only nation without pigmentation. All right, with that pale flesh. That's why it described his skin color, man. All right, and it's not about all about that, right? Because you have Israelites, like we say, that look like Edomites, but that's an indicator, man. That's an indicator of who he is, man. All right. When you look at the word crime, crimson, that means red. All right. Crimson it goes back to the word crimson, which means red. All right. Esau is the man of crime, man. Esau is a fugitive from justice, man. Look at all the wickedness that Esau has done around the world, man. All the evil, man. He hasn't paid for that yet, man. So he's a fugitive from justice. And it says, and after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. All right, and the holding of the heel was significant, representing the taking down of Esau, because we're going to take down these Edomites through Yahushua. Okay, we're going to take down Esau and his rulership through Yahushua. So that was symbolic. All right, the fact that that Jacob held up the heel of Esau when he came out, that's not normal. All right, when people have twins, that's not normal for the twin to be coming out holding onto the heel of his brother, man. All right, but that was spiritually significant because it meant the downfall of Esau, and I'll get that in 2nd Ezra. All right, because how is Esau going to be taken out? Esau's going to be taken out through Jacob, man, through starting with Yahushua, our Lord. All right, let's get 2nd Ezra real quick. Okay, this is 2nd Ezra 6, I believe it's 2nd Ezra 6, verse 9, I believe. Okay. This is, oops, not good. Let me put this down. Ezra 6, verse 9. This is 2nd Ezra 6. I'll start at verse 7, and it said, Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? So this is Ezra asking the angel when is the end of this gonna happen, man? When is the end of all this gonna happen? When's gonna be the end of the world? In other words, when is Israel gonna be established as the ruling power? That's the same thing the disciples were inquiring, man. When the Lord came back, the disciples were asking, will thou now at this time restore the kingdom to Israel? That's what it's all about, man. It's all about Israel getting back their glory, getting back their kingdom. All right? That's what it's all about, getting the rulership. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, right? And we just read that, how Jacob's hand held the heel of Esau, okay, which represents the so-called white man going down, which is the Edomites, right? That was symbolic, okay? And it says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Esau's ruling right now. He's ruling the world right now, the Edomites, okay? The nation known as the Edomites. They're ruling the world right now. Their image is on a lot of these billboards that you see because they're ruling the world, all right? In these TV shows, as the heroes in the movies, okay? Because they're ruling the world, all right? It says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. So we're going to be the next world to come, man, which is going to be an everlasting world, all right? It's going to be an everlasting kingdom, all right? That's what the Most High is saying here. He's saying that Israel, right, will take over the Edomites. So if these people are trying to say that this is not Esau, Edom that's ruling right now, that means that they're waiting for another person to come more wicked than this man, do worse than GMO foods, worse than polluting 1/3 of the water, right, and counting, all right? Worse than giving adopted kids, taking your kid from you and giving them to homosexuals who come out with cases of them molesting the children. Worse than that, we have to wait for a kingdom worse than that. You people are out of your mind, man. This is Esau, Edom's kingdom, man. The kingdom that we're in right now, all right?